Good day, everyone. How are you? How are you doing today? So I hope you're all doing well, no? And I hope that you are ready for this recorded lesson that we have. So since our class is shifted to asynchronous or synchronous class, no? Kaya, ayan, I have decided to record the lesson na lang para you can have the free will or you can watch this, no? In your own pace. Para, yeah. So, ayan. So, excuse me lang ha. Disclaimer lang or heads up lang. Medyo inuubo ako. So, baka in the um, discussion natin, no, uh, uubo ako. Okay? Uubuhin ako. So, excuse me na lang. Okay? Sige. So, I hope you have your handouts with you, your notebook, and your ball pen, as well as your cycle para makasunod kayo, no, sa ating discussion. And I hope that you will watch this video until the end because the topics discussed here are very important since this is the last topic of our handout 3. Okay? Sige. So, before we begin to our proper discussion, let's have a recall muna, no? So, which of the following is an example of a binomial distribution? So, which of the following scenarios by which applicable yung ating binomial distribution? Okay, so when we talk about binomial distribution, ano ba yung tatandaan natin para magamit natin si binomial distribution? Okay, so last meeting na-discuss na natin to siya and I have given you the abbreviation na BINS, right? B stands for binary outcome, meaning to say, for each trials, dalawa lang yung possible outcome, no? And then, I stands for independent trials, meaning to say, yung mga trials natin, or kung ano man yung result sa first trial, or any trial, is hindi siya nakakapekto sa other trials, okay? And N stands for number of trials, so meaning to say, fixed yung number of trials natin dito. Okay, for example, kapag 5 lang yung trials, 5 lang din dapat yung makikita natin. And S stands for the same P for each trial or the same lang yung probability of success in each trials. So, since binomial is about probability of success at saka probability of failure, no? Dalawa lang yung outcome niya. Okay? Excuse me. So, yan, no? So, number 1, determining how many telephone calls received by a switchboard during specified time period. Okay. So, is this an example of a binomial distribution or not? Okay. So, this one is not, no? So, bakit? So, ang gusto natin malaman dito is ilang telephone calls ang ma-receive natin. And then, fixed ba yung number of trials dito? So, hindi naman, no? So, specified time period siya. And also, excuse me, dalawa ba yung ating possible outcome dito? Hindi rin, no? So, that's why this one is not a binomial distribution. Okay? Excuse me. Number 2, excuse me. Ayan, so I'm sorry, no? Nag-ubo ako. Sige, number 2. Okay, a factory produces light bulbs and historically 2% of the bulbs are defective. You randomly select 50 bulbs from a production batch and want to know the probability that exactly 3 bulbs are defective. Okay, so applicable ba or itong scenario ba ito is an example of binomial distribution? Okay, so B. Ano ba yung possible outcomes that we can get here? So, since we are talking about light bulbs. Okay, so nabanggit dito, no? Merong defective. So, meaning to say, yung isa, or yung possible outcome dun dito is non-defective. So, meaning to say, dalawa yung possible outcome niya. And also, meron siyang number of trials or fixed yung number of trials niya. So, dito, meron tayong 50 bulbs na isi-select, no? Fixed siya. And also, ano pa? Okay, so, we have here, we're talking about the probability, no? Na kung saan success doon is yung 3 bulbs daw ang defective. So, meaning to say, this is a binomial distribution. So, BD na lang, no? So, ayan, binomial distribution siya. How about number 3? Counting the number of customer arrivals at a service location in a given time period. Meron pang dalawang outcomes lang dito. Fixed ba yung number of trials? And meron ba siyang probability of success? Since wala, so may to say, this is not a binomial distribution. How about number 4? Recording the growth in number of bacteria in a specified culture. Okay, so the same with number 3. This is not also a binary distribution. A binomial distribution, sorry. And number 5, in a clinical trial, a new drug is tested in 100 patients, and the probability of patient experiencing a positive effect is 0.8. You want to know the probability that exactly 85 patients will experience a positive effect. Okay. So, meron ba possible outcome or dalawa ba yung outcome natin dito? So, nabanggit dito, no, merong positive effect. So, possible ng other outcome is a negative effect. So, dalawa yung outcome natin dito. And, fixed ba yung number of trials? Yes, no? Kasi, ang goal natin is to test, no? Ayan, sa 100 patients daw. And, nabanggit din dito na meron siyang probability of success, which is 0.8. And then, alamin natin siya, no, kung 85 patients daw yung maka-experience ng positive effect. So, I mean to say, number 5 is a binomial distribution. Now, pansinin ninyo, no, bakit si 1, 3, 4 ay hindi binomial distribution? While si 2 at saka 5 is a binomial distribution. Ano kaya ang similarities na meron kaya na 1, 3 at saka 4? Okay, you can pause the video and then analyze natin, no? Ano ba yung similarities ng tatlong ito? Okay. So, dyan pasok, no, yung other distribution natin, no? So, binomial distribution, yung number 1 at saka 5 natin. While yung si 1, 1, 3 at saka 4 is mga applicable doon yung Poisson. Okay? Hindi yan siya Poisson, no? But, pagbasa niyan, o pagbasa nito is Poisson distribution. So, French word yan siya, everyone. Poisson, no? Para siyang croissant. Okay? Chocolate. Croissant. So, Poisson distribution. So, si number 1, 3, at saka 4. Sige, alamin natin, no? Ano ba similarities nila? Excuse me. So, ano ba similarities na meron sa tatlong ito? Okay, meron siyang specified time period, given time period, specified cultures. So, meaning to say, merong intervals, no? So, merong intervals sa tatlong ito. And also, ang gusto natin malaman, no? Ayan, how many telephone calls, counting the number of customers, recording the growth number. So, ilan, no? Ilan yung ma-receive natin na calls sa specific time period? Ilan yung customer in a given time period? And then, ano yung number of growth ng bacteria in a specified culture? Excuse me. May period siya, interval, okay? At saka, meron siyang numbers. So, ayan siya, no? So, meron siya lang. We want to know how many times does this event occur in a specified time period or in a given interval. Yan yung tatlong similarities ng tatlong ito. Now, ano ba ito si Poisson distribution? So, basically, yan yung ating discussion, no? Yung topic natin for this video. So, let me present to you first our learning objectives. At the end of the topic session, the student should be able to, number 1, explain what the Poisson distribution is and identify situation where it is applicable. Number 2 naman is to calculate the probability of a given number of events occurring in a fixed interval using Poisson distribution. And lastly, compare and contrast the Poisson distribution with other probability distributions such as the binomial distribution. So later on, no, we will be able to know ano ba ang kaibahan ng dalawa. And also, ayan, ano ba si Poisson distribution? Poisson, according here in the slides, no, it counts the number of rare events that occur in a specified time interval or a specified region. Or meaning to say, itong si Poisson distribution, nakakatulong ito sa atin, no? It help us to figure out the likelihood of a certain number of events. Kung ilang beses ba mag-occur yung possible event, no? Or yung certain event natin, or yung rare event. And also, within lang siya sa fixed period of time or space, no? Meron siyang given na interval. So, meaning to say, with this given na event or with this given na random experiment, how many times will this event or this certain thing to occur, no? With a given time period or interval. Okay? So, imagine na lang, no, na parang sa isang araw, let's say, from 7 a.m. up to 12 p.m., 12 noon. How many times mo ba chine-check yung phone mo? For example, how many times mo chine-check kung meron bang notification sa messenger mo? No? So, yung event doon is yung pag-check mo ng phone mo for the notification sa messenger. And then, yung interval doon is yung time, no? From 7 a.m. to 12 noon. So, how many times siya yung possible na mag-occur yung ganong situation? Okay? So, using Poisson distribution, no? Makakount natin yun siya, no? Ano yung possible or ano yung probability na with this given time period, ganito kadaming beses mo ma-check yung phone mo. Okay? So, yung random variable natin dito sa Poisson distribution or denoted as x, no? Usually, ganun talaga yung random variable natin is denoted by x. It is the number of occurrences of the event in an interval. Okay? The number, ilang beses mag-occur yung event natin. Okay? While yung interval naman natin dito can be the time, pwede ding distance, area, volume, or some similar unit. Okay? So, ayan siya. Now, saan ba galing to si Poisson distribution? Sino ba nagpasimuno nito? Okay, so actually, no, si Poisson distribution is named after Simeon Denis Poisson, no? So, siya yung nag-introduce nito sa atin ng concept and as well as yung mathematical formula niya on how to calculate the occurrence of an event in a given time period. Okay? So, sa kanya, pinangalanan din, no? Yung Poisson distribution is also named after him. Okay? So, yan siya. Now, these are the different processes or these are the different assumptions that we can get or that we need to consider para masabi natin na Poisson distribution yung maaari nating gamitin. Okay, so parang sa binomial distribution lang no, na meron tayong abbreviation na BINS. Okay? Now, dito naman is ito lang yung tandaan natin, RIR. Meaning to say, random yung experiment natin, no? Okay? So, random siya. So, random yung experiment natin, while independent naman. So, same with binomial distribution, yung occurrence of event does not affect the probability of another event occurring. No, yung each trials or each event is independent from each other. So, hindi nakaka-apekto, no, sa isa't isa. And rare naman, essentially, yung events natin dito are rare and do not happen simultaneously. So, simultaneously, ano ba ibig sabihin ng simultaneously? Meaning to say, sunod-sunod, no? That's why rare lang siya. Okay? So, parang, ano din, no? For example, na how many cars ba yung dadaan sa bahay ninyo or sa highway, no? With the given time period. So, hindi naman yun simultaneously na for 1 minute or every 1 minute is merong 5 sasakyan na daan dyan, no? So, hindi naman possible na ganun always ang mangyari. That's why rare lang yung event natin dito sa Poisson distribution. Okay? Now, let's move forward. So, we have here, no? So, don't worry. this is just the formula, or this is the process on how we can calculate the occurrence of an event with a given time interval. So here we have the probability of a random variable x given x is equal to the value of the Poisson distribution. Yung x natin dito stands for the random variable natin. Okay? While yung mu naman na ito, okay, stands for the average number of success or the average number of events occurring in an interval. So, yung average na mangyari, no, yung ganitong event. Okay? So, ito yung uh, symbol or Poisson distribution is denoted with this one. While si binomial distribution, diba, binomial distribution is denoted by b of x such that, okay, and p. Ito naman kay Poisson distribution, okay? So, going back. So, ito yung maaari natin gamitin na formula to calculate the or para ma-count natin yung event, no? So, we have here e raised to negative mu times mu raised to x all over x factorial. Okay? Yung e naman na ito, no? Ayan siya. It is an Euler's algorithm or Euler's constant, no? With a constant value, which is e is equal to 2.71828. Actually, no? Non-repeating yung decimal natin dito for e. Okay? So, for convenience, ito na lang yung gagamitin natin, no? 2.71828. Okay? Para kahit papano accurate yung makakuha natin na result. Okay? So, ayan siya. So, ito lang yung tandaan natin dito, no? To solve for the value of Poisson distribution, we have here this one. E raised to negative mu times mu raised to x over x factorial. So, tandaan nyo lang, no? Yung nauna dito yung ating Euler's algorithm or Euler's coefficient. Then, it is raised to the negative mu. And then, followed by mu. So, parang i-bring down mo lang, no, yung mu natin. And then, yung mu is raised to x. And then, si x naman is i-bring down lang po nimo. Okay? So, ayan siya. Sige, let's have an example, no? So, during the peak hours, the arrival of customers at a fast food restaurant is random with an average rate of 90 customers per hour. Okay? So, per hour daw, merong 90 customers silang kinikater or pumapasok sa isang fast food restaurant. Now, let's try to calculate the probability that exactly 2 customers will arrive at the restaurant within a specified 1-minute period during the peak hours. And also, calculate the probability that at least 4 customers will arrive within a specified 2-minute period during peak hours. Sige. Now, let's try this one, no? Yung letter A natin. Calculate the probability that exactly 2 customers. So, meaning to say, ito yung ating random variable x, no? So, ano daw yung probability na exactly 2 customers yung darating sa isang restaurant, no? And then, take note, 1-minute period lang siya, no? 1-minute period. So, meaning to say, for an hour, no? In each minute, no? In each 1 minute, at least 2 or exactly 2 customers yung darating. So, going back sa ating formula, okay, sa ating Poisson distribution, is we have this one, right? Si e raised to negative mu times mu raised to x over x. So, meron na tayong value for e, and that is 2.71828. And then, meron na tayong x sa ating given na problem, which is 2. Now, ano ngayon ang ating mean or yung mu natin? So, ano yung possible or the expected value, no, na makuha natin na sa given time period, no, dalawa customers yung makuha or darating. So, ang gawin na natin dito, no, since yung average daw, average rate, no, is 90 customers per hour. per hour. So, sa isang minuto ba? Okay? How many hours ba yun siya? So, syempre, no? In 60 minutes, di ba? 60 minutes, that is equal to 1 hour. So, mean to say, yung average natin dito is 90 per 60 minutes. Or 90 divided 60, that is equal to 1.5. Okay? So, meron daw at least, no, yung average daw na rate ng customers sa isang oras or sa 60 minutes is 1.5. Okay? So, yan yung mean natin. Now, E natin, diba, is 2.71828. Okay? So, yan. Now, with this, we can now solve for the probability, no, na exactly 2 customers yung dadating. So, all we need to do is to substitute or to use the formula. So, here, yung random variable x natin is 2. Sana yung arrow ko. So, we have here the probability of random variable x is equal to 2 is equal to p of 1.5 is equal to, so direct substitute lang natin, no? We have e raised to, ano yung ating mean? That is 1.5. So, negative 1.5 times yung mean natin na 1.5 raised to x, which is 2, all over 2 factorial or x factorial. So, we have here 2 factorial. So, si 2 factorial, no, is ganito lang yung ibig sabihin niya, 2 times 1. Okay? So, using our calculator, itong sa numerator natin, so, input natin sa cycle dito siya, no? So, e raised to negative 1.5 times 1.5 squared, that is equal to, so, e raised to negative 1.5, that is equal to 0.22313. So, actually, meron pa yan siyang dugtong, no? So, sa pagsulat natin, pwedeng tatlong decimal lang, pero sa pag-input natin sa cycle, dapat lahat ng values nandoon. Okay? And then si 1.5 naman, raised to 2, that is equal to 2.25. All over 2 factorial, so 2 times 1, that is equal to 2. Now, or pag i-input natin ito lahat sa ating cycle, we get 0.251. Or mean to say, no, 25.1% ng possibility or probability na dalawang customers, no, exactly 2 customers, yung darating sa restaurant within a specified 1 minute period during peak hours. Okay? So, ayan siya. Excuse me. Okay, so, ayan siya, no? So, paano natin to input itong E sa cycle natin? So, minsan, no, sa isang cycle kasi, meron yan siyang mga maraming buttons dyan, no? So, meron tayong button dyan na merong alpha sa itaas niya. And then also, meron tayong button sa cycle. So, sa base sa cycle ko, ha, sorry, hindi ko na-picturean and then pakita dito. And then, sorry, wala din akong virtual na camera or virtual na cycle, no? So, sa cycle ko is meron tayong button dito na x times 10 raised to x. And then, sa taas niyan, merong alpha, merong pi, at saka merong e. So, para lalabas itong e na ito, no, pindutin na natin itong alpha plus itong button na ito para lalabas itong e na expression or na constant value. Okay? So, ayan siya. So, that's it, no? We have solved the problem number 1. So, 25.1% yung probability na dalawang customers. Okay? So, I hope that's clear. So, if you have any questions, you are free to comment down below. Wow. So, yeah. Comment down below, no, for clarification, or you can message me directly. Okay? Sige. Let's proceed to question number 2 or the letter B. Calculate the probability that at least 4 customers will arrive within a specified 2-minute period during peak hours. Okay, kanina, 1-minute period during peak hours. Dito, 2-minute period, during peak hours. And then kanina, exactly 2, no? Dalawa lang. Dito naman, at least 4. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng at least 4 customers? So, to translate itong at least 4, no, meaning to say, 4 and up daw na customers, no, yung darating sa restaurant. And take note, yung interval natin dito is 2-minute period during peak hours. Okay? So, meaning to say, yung ating random variable dito is, okay, yung random variable natin dito is at least man, okay, at least, so that is greater than or equal to 4. So, 4 and up, no, na customers. So, ano naman kaya yung mean natin dito? Since all we know that E is equal to 2.71828. Ano naman kaya yung mean? So, yung mean natin dito, no, since this is 2-minute period during peak hours, and then, yung average natin is 90 customers per hour, so, ganun pa rin, 90 divide 60, but this time is i-multiply natin sa 2, kasi 2 minute, no? So, we get here, 1.5 times 2, that is equal to 3. So, yung average natin, or yung mean natin dito, no, yung mean natin is 3. Okay? Sige. Now, diba yung formula natin to solve for the probability ng Poisson distribution is P of x is equal to x is equal to P of x such that mean, okay, is equal to Euler's coefficient or Euler's algorithm raised to negative mean times mean raised to x all over x factorial. Okay? Now, ito yung ating random variable x. Para din malaman kung ano yung value ng x na i-input natin dito. So, ang gawin lang natin, no, is, diba, going back sa previous lesson natin, kapag i-add natin lahat ng probability, we get 1. Okay? Now, here, ang gawin natin is, we need to subtract 1 by the probability of all the random variable x that is less than or equal to 3. Bakit? Saan to galing? Kasi at least, kasi 4, no? At least 4. So, meaning to say, mas malaki pa yung, or mas marami pa, no? Mas 4 and up. Okay? And then, since hindi fixed yung ating number of random variable dito, no, ito yung possible na gawin natin. 1 minus yung probability of all the random variable x that is less than 3. No, saan naman natin kukunin ito siya? Okay. So, gawin natin dyan, no, is 1 minus the probability. So, going back then, previously, no, paano ba natin kukunin yung mean ng so ayan, meron tayong mean, no? So paano ba natin kukunin to siya? So all we need to do is to add all the probabilities, no? So we have here the probability of random variable x kapag isang customer lang, the probability of random variable x kapag dalawang customer, plus the probability of random variable x kapag tatlong customers. Okay? And then next is, since meron tayong ganitong formula, ang gawin natin, no, copy pa rin yung 1, but this time, minus natin siya sa e raised to negative mu. Yung mu natin dito, yung mean natin dito is 3. Okay? And then this one, yung nasa loob ng bracket natin, no, since we are solving for the probability of random variable x equal to 1, so, here we have 3 raised to 1 all over 1 factorial. So, meaning to say, ito siya, galing lang siya dito na portion ng ating formula. Okay? Sige. Now, let's proceed. Kapag dalawa naman, yung customers or yung random variable x natin is equal to 2. So, we have here 3 raised to 2 all over 2 factorial. Kapag random variable x naman natin is 3, we have here 3 raised to 3 over 3 factorial. Okay? So, I hope nasundan siya, no? Ganun lang class. Okay? Na 1 minus e raised to negative 3. Okay? That is actually equal to, so kapag input natin to siya sa cycle, itong portion na ito, no, we get 0.647. So, actually, meron pa yan siyang dugtong, okay? So, take note, huwag dapat putulin yung decimal kapag mag-solve tayo. So, final answer here, so 1 minus 0.647, that is equal to 0.353. Or meaning to say, 35.3% yung probability na at least 4 or 4 and up na customers yung darating, no, sa isang restaurant in a specified 2-minute period during peak hours. Okay? So, yan siya. So, I hope that's clear. I hope nasundan. Okay? Sige. So, let's have another example, no, para mas ma-digest natin or para mas ma-gets natin. Okay? So, this one, I will leave this to you as your self-paced na pag-solve, no? So, try this one, no? Try to answer this one. Okay? And here, ito yung kailangan natin i-solve. An admin office receives on average 8 calls per hour. What is the probability that the office will receive exactly 7 calls in 1 hour? Ano naman kapag at most 5 calls, no? So, meron tayong mga dagdag na term nito, at most. Okay, kanina, at least. Now, at most naman. Excuse me. Okay, so, I'm sorry for that. So, sige, let's try to answer this one. So, what is the probability that the office will receive exactly 7 calls in 1 hour? Okay, so our random variable x here, so exactly 7, so that is equal to 7. Na ano yung mean natin? So, on average daw, 8 calls. So, here, 8 yung ating mu. Well, yung e naman natin is 2.71828. Okay, so to solve for the probability, we have here, so p of x mu, or that is equal to e raised to negative mu times mu raised to x all over x factorial. Our e here, so since meron naman tayong value dyan sa cycle, no? So, copy lang natin, and our mean or mu here is 8 times mean, which is 8, sorry for that, raised to x, which is 7, all over 7 factorial. Okay? So, sige. Ano kayang sagot nito? So, what's the answer here? So, here, we have, so, e raised to negative 8 times 8 raised to 7, according to cycle, or according to the computation, that is 703.514. Well, 7 factorial naman, no? So, input na natin yan siya dyan. Or, the final answer here is 0.13958. Or that is equal to, approximately equal to 13.96%. So, kapag exactly 7 calls daw in 1 hour, 13.96 yung probability na mangyari yun siya, no? So, yeah. Okay? Sige. Naintindihan? So, I hope that's clear. So, let's have another example. So, ito naman, at most. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng at most? Kung at least, yung ating inequality sign dito, no? So, let's say we have here random variable x, yan siya, at saka ito yung given na problem. Kapag at most naman, ano ba ibig sabihin ng at most? So, at most, meaning to say, mas mababa pa, no? Sa 5. Okay? So, 5 below. 5 and below na calls daw in 1 hour. So, meaning to say, we have here, our random variable x is less than or equal to 5. Okay? Now, yung mean naman natin dito, so same pa rin na 8. And then, yung Euler's coefficient na 2.71828. Okay? Now, to solve for the probability, we have here, p of x is equal to x, or that is equal to p of x, such that mean, or e raised to negative mu times mu raised to x all over x factorial. Substitute natin yung given, which is raised to negative 8 times 8 raised to, oh, paano yan? Paano to? At most naman. Okay, at most. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, no, is, yung dito na portion, ang gawin natin is, okay, copy natin si e raised to negative 8 times the probability of a random variable that is equal to 1 plus the probability of a random variable that is equal to 2 plus the probability of a random variable that is equal to 3 plus the probability of a random variable that is equal to 4 plus the probability of a random variable that is equal to 5. Ganun lang siya. Okay? Or this is equal to, okay, yung ganito dito na portion niya, we have, okay, so 8 raised to, siyempre, mag-start tayo sa 0, no? And then, 1, 2, kulangan pa talaga, 3, 4, plus, sorry class, siyempre, mag-start talaga yan siya always sa 0. Okay? So, ayan. 8 raised to 0 over 0 factorial plus 8 raised to 1 over 1 factorial plus 8 raised to 2 over 2 factorial plus 8 raised to 3 over 3 factorial plus 8 raised to 4 over 4 factorial plus 8 raised to 5 over 5 factorial. Okay? So, ayan siya. Sorry for my pen sheet. So, kapag input natin to siya sa cycle, no, we get 0.19123, or that is approximate equal to 19.12%. So, meaning to say, 19.12%, no, na ang probability that the admin office will receive at most or less than ng mga 5 calls lang in 1 hour. Okay? So, magkaiba siya, no, sa process ng ganito kapag at least. Okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay? So, ayan. Basta at least, no? Or, kapag more than the given random variable x, ganito always yung process natin. We need to subtract 1 as a probability of the random variable x that is lower than the given random variable x na sa problem natin. Okay? Kapag at most naman, ganito naman siya. Okay? So, nasundan ba? So, yun siya, no? So, in this case, no? I want you to try this one as well. You can write this in your notebook and then practice nyo lang to siya. Okay? So, ayan siya. Now, let's move forward sa mean and variance of, excuse me, of a Poisson distribution. So, kung sa binomial distribution, no? So, let me change my ink kasi, ano siya, medyo light ang color. Kung sa binomial distribution, yung mean niya or the expected value is equal to number of trials times the probability of success, while yung variance niya naman is, or denoted by v of x, is number of trials times the probability of success times 1 minus p, or yung kanyang probability of failure. Dito sa Poisson distribution, no, the same pa rin siya, okay? Pero, kung ano man yung value ng mean, ganun din ang value ng kanyang variance. They are just equal, no? So, equal lang ang mean and variance ng ating Poisson distribution. Sa binomial distribution, magkaiba sila ng value, while sa Poisson distribution, they are just equal. Okay? Kung ano yung mean natin, ganun din yung variance niya. Okay? So, also, no, baka nag-research kayo, merong ibang resources or merong ibang books na kung saan yung mean, no, is written by the symbol na lambda. The same lang din naman yan sila, no? Yung mean or variance is ganito sa kanila, lambda. The same naman pa rin yan siya sa paano natin siya sinolve. Okay, nagkaiba lang sila ng symbol na ginamit. Okay? So, for summary, ito yung kaibahan ng binomial at saka Poisson distribution. Okay? So, sa binomial distribution, both of them actually is a discrete probability distribution. Okay? Pero, dito sa binomial, it's about the successes in a series of Bernoulli trials. Yung dalawang outcome lang, no? Yung dalawang outcome na meron tayo. While dito naman, sa Poisson, it counts that it expresses the property of the number of events occurring in a fixed period time. So, meron siyang interval dito. Okay? Now, si binomial distribution, biparametric siya. So, meaning to say, magkaiba yung number of trials at saka yung probability of success. Si Poisson naman is uniparametric siya, no? Same lang yung mean at saka excuse me. Ayan, yung lambda, they are just the same. Okay? Fix yung number of trials natin dito kay binomial, while Poisson is infinite. Kasi meron na siyang given time and period, right? Or interval. While yung outcome naman kay binomial is dalawa lang, kay Poisson naman is unlimited. Okay? And kay binomial distribution, mean is greater than variance. While sa Poisson naman, mean is equal kay variance. So, example ng binomial distribution natin is, ayan, coin tossing experiment since head at saka tail, no? Dalawa yung ating possible outcome dito. While sa Poisson naman, example niyan is printing page of a large book. So, ilang pages kaya, no? For a given period. Or let's say, sa isang oras, or sa kalahating oras, no? Mga ilang pages ba yung ma-print natin for a large book? So, we don't know, no? So, that's why unlimited yung number of possible outcomes niya and infinite yung number of trials natin. Okay? So, yan siya, no? So, that's the difference between the two. So, if you have any question or clarification, you can comment down below or you can message me. Or kapag makita tayo for the next class, you can ask me. Okay? So, yan siya. Now, for your assignment, so, yung kanina na mga task is, hindi natin yun siya i-check, but this one, we will check this one upon returning, no? Kapag balik na tayo sa klase, na face-to-face, okay? So, please do this one. So, we have here, case problem. So, this is 4 items and 5 points each siya. So, give what is asked and show your solution. Round off your final answer into 2 decimal places. Note, you can only use your calculator in computing the final answer. So, we have here 2 problems, 1 at saka 2. And each problem is meron silang specific na sub-questions. Okay? So, saan natin to isulat? So, please write this in one whole yellow paper or intermediate pad. Okay? So, this will be your task. Okay? Excuse me. So, yan siya. Okay? So, klaro ba? So, please take a screenshot of this one para masagutan nyo siya. Okay? I will not post this in our teams. So, please. So, yun lang everyone. Thank you for listening. So, I hope you have learned something and I hope hindi distracting yung pag-ubo ko or sorry na lang kung na-distract kayo. And yeah. So, I hope you learned something and see you when we see you or see you when I see you. That's it, everyone. Goodbye and have a good day. Ingat kayo always. Stay healthy and stay safe.